Hello, this is Kane from Double Token Tactics, and today we have a very exciting con exclusive Joker Dragon. Now, it's one of the colossal figures from WizKids, and I must admit the sculpt and the quality of the actual click itself is unreal. It's one of the probably the nicer looking colossals I've seen in a while. I know that there's been some quality issues maybe with some of the big ones, but this is a massive and very impressive figure. So something I'm really looking forward to sort of maybe getting some games on the tabletop with, or will just look really nice sat on a shelf as well. Thought we'd take this video to take a little bit of time just kind of breaking down the card, what it does, maybe speak about a little bit of team synergies, its points, etc. So let's go and break that down for you now. Right, okay, let's get the card out and we will give it a read as well. I'll see if it can just sit nicely. Look at that. Now, the Joker Dragon has three main keywords, right? He's got Dark Knights, Animal, and Monster. Now, we're going to break down the keywords very, very shortly because there are some elements of his trait that are actually really, really important to the keywords itself, which is nice that WizKids are kind of utilizing theme teams and kind of bringing maybe not a bit of relevance back because it's always been relevant, but we have seen a little bit of a move away from your sort of classic theme teams, so to speak. So this maybe is an attempt to bring that back. Now let's read his trait. His first trait, Dark Army of Barbatos, says if Joker Dragon is on a theme team, he can use the corresponding effects. So if he's on an animal theme team, he can use super senses, blades, claws, and fangs. If he's a monster, he can use regen and regeneration as free, but only if Joker Dragon has 2 action tokens. If he's Dark Knight, he modifies his own combat values +1, and friendly characters with the Dark Knight's keyword may use Mastermind, but only to target the Joker Dragon. You can also see there he's playable at a huge 300, 200, 100, and a small little 50 there as well. Now, before we flip the card around and we talk about the back of the card, the use of the traits is really interesting. I mean, first and foremost, Joker Dragon is currently the only legal Dark Knight actually in Modern. So if you want to play him in Modern, the Dark Knight keyword is obviously not really going to be a go-to, unless you're obviously playing him at 300, then obviously he's going to satisfy that keyword. But Animal and Monsters is something that we are seeing a lot and probably will continue to see a lot more of when we look back into the Venom set that had released with the amount of monsters there. Obviously, a lot of the symbiotes considered monsters. If you're looking at teams with things like Egan Rack, even things like Null, if you want to go for a really big kind of beat stick team, you're going to get the really nice additional bonus of the regeneration as free, but only if he's capped out on tokens, which, he's a colossal figure. He's going to be rolling for giant size willpower. Is he ever going to be capped out on tokens? I don't know. So maybe it's not that beneficial. I mean, the best one initially that's kind of shooting out to me is the animal keyword. We got loads of animals in the recent Fight for Gotham City set, which will be opening a little bit on the channel soon. We got loads of really quite good animals in there. I think there are a lot of the sort of super pets. We got things like the BDG, the Green Lantern Squirrel, who are all animals, and obviously things like Kong as well. So it's interesting that they're utilizing his traits in this kind of way. We'll flip the card to the back and we'll talk about some of his other effects, and then maybe we'll have a little bit of a chat about some of his point values as well, and maybe what we recommend. Oops. Right, let's get that to the back there. So there's another trait there as well. It's a move trait. So when the Joker Dragon moves, he may use Quake as free, which is pretty nice. Pretty similar to a lot of the Jurassic League colossals that we got as well. If the Joker Dragon does and misses all targets, so if he quakes and misses everybody, deal Joker Dragon 1 unavoidable damage. So he's being punished there if he's missing the quake, which isn't fantastic, but Quake as free is good. But again, a lot of the Jurassic League figures just had Quake as free. It's got an attack power there, Flames of Green, Energy Explosion, Poison, Precision Strike. Joker Dragon deals penetrating damage. It's not bad. Precision Strike is going to be good. I think he's got the he's got the ability to deal masses of damage. I mean, poison, again, he's kind of got to rely on staying still, but he wants to keep moving with the move effect. So I don't know how good that's going to be in, actually out on the map. But looks like a really, really fun card. I mean, as you can see, he's got absolutely loads of abilities that he can use, and his dial really quite complicated the further up you go. He doesn't really have the attack power a lot, so it's not something you're going to be utilizing. I would probably say, considering I don't think the attack power is great, his value may be in the 100 and the 50 point sort of mark. I don't think he's viable at 300 currently. Maybe 200 with some strong animal support or with monster support. You have things like, especially things like if you can give him Clintar, you can give him some of the symbiotes that give him things like shape change, make him a little bit stickier on the board. But I do feel like he feels like a little bit of a glass cannon at the moment. But a really, really cool figure. Whether you're planning on playing him or not, I'd definitely recommend picking one up just because of how impressive he looks. If you're a Batman fan, if you like the Batman animated series with the ninja, Batman Ninja and stuff like that, I feel like Joker Dragon is probably a must pick up. And there we go. That is our review of the Joker Dragon exclusive Heroclix figure. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe it and to keep up to date with what we're doing. We've got loads of really exciting stuff planned in the future. And if you're from the UK and you like Heroclix, we'd like to think we're the best place to be right now for these kind of videos. So stay tuned for some more exciting stuff, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Take care.